I'm Amy Cassandra Martinez. Welcome to Sideshow Con. Today we are joined by Court of the Dead artist Ivan Koritarev. Hi, Ivan.
Hi, thank you for having me.
So first, I want to start off by asking how you got started in this field. What was that first job that you got?
Well, I started in the gaming industry. Worked for 11 years for GameLoft and Ubisoft for various games, and then I just met some of the guys at Sideshow online, and they offered me a job, and I said yes.
Yay! And the rest was history. Thinking
Yeah.
back to when you were a child, when did you realize that this could be your profession? You know, that you could work in the geek space and that you could do this for a living.
That was a bit late because in my country, most of the people don't believe that you can make money with art. But I had a teacher that in kindergarten that was stealing sketchbooks from the kindergarten and giving it to me to draw when I was 5, 6 years old.
Oh my gosh. So, thinking back to everyone that's helped you along the way, who are the people that have influenced you, and as well as properties, like anyone that's not physically real?
Well, the people that influenced me mostly are my friends because from little I just decided to be around artistic people, and if it's possible to be people that are better than me as artists. so so I had someone to look up to and to try to be better than them.
Yeah, constantly be challenged.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's great. Thinking back to all of your biggest challenges, what are some pieces that you've worked on that have been so difficult, and why?
Well, I don't know. Mostly, most of the pages that I've been working on for the Court of the Dead comics, because I was telling Tom that a couple of years back, but all of the characters are designed to be statues, really beautiful, detailed statues. And when you're drawing a comic, you try to have the character as little detailed as possible because you gotta draw him in every panel.
Yeah. Well, gee, I mean, okay, so talk about your process when you're working. Do you listen to music while you work? If so, who do you listen to? Do you have a certain schedule when you do start drawing? Just spell your secret.
Well, whenever when I'm awake, I draw because that's mostly what we do in our family. My kids draw, I draw. So, but yeah, it's most of the time.
Yeah. So are there certain things where you're like, okay, well, I have to start off my day if I'm going to draw that day, which is most days, if not all of them. Is there a certain kind of schedule that you follow so that you don't end up, drawing all day, or is it something that you find peace in?
No, I love drawing. It's meditation for me, so I do it whenever possible. But my schedule is just wake up, get up, escort my wife to work, and then get back home and start drawing.
I love that. Now, as far as all of the work that you have done, what is the piece that you're most proud of? A piece of art.
Well, honestly, it's a little illustration that I did in a kinder hospital in Bulgaria. Uh, a tiny owl from Harry Potter on one of the walls.
Oh my gosh. Wait, no, tell us more.
Well, this was the hospital that my daughter was her first month of when she was born, and uh, we kind of got the hint that they needed illustrations on the walls. So we told them that we can do some of them. And me and my wife drew on separate walls. I was drawing Harry Potter, an owl, and it's still there after
Oh
5 years.
I love that. Well, I mean, when you think about everything that you've done, what does it feel like to you once you're finished with your project? You know, like, do you just kind of leave it and you're like, okay, that was great, or do you still kind of feel a personal attachment to it, where you like to see how people are receiving it, or you're like, well, I mean, people talking about it? What are your thoughts?
Well, as I think every artist wants to find out what people think about his or her works, but mostly I'm in love with a piece that I'm drawing when I'm drawing it. But once I finish it, I'm just looking for the next one. I think it's kind of like uh, drugs. You're looking for the next one because at least for me, being an artist is constant evolution. There's no end point.
Mhm.
Each day you're learning something new, checking some new artists that inspires you, wants you to try new stuff, and there's no end.
I'm curious, you know, what advice do you have for people that are starting out?
Well, not to try to get instant gratification from everything. Just it takes time.
Mhm.
That's what I was telling to all my students back when I was still in Bulgaria and teaching.
I mean, that's helpful for not only artists but everyone, and I think that that's such valuable advice.
Yeah,
Um,
everything takes time.
yeah,
And if you put in the time, you'll get some benefits from it.
exactly. Thank you, Ivan, so much for joining us and for chatting with us today.
Problem.
And thanks everyone at home for watching. Make sure that you stay tuned for more from Sideshow Con, and don't forget to let your geek side show.